Welcome to Andy's Garage. I'm Andy Phillips. Today I'm going to show you how to bleed the air out of your power steering system if you don't have a bleeder valve. So let's go ahead and get started. Now, in the event that you do have a vehicle with a bleeder valve, maybe you don't know where it's located, an easy way to find it is just follow your high pressure line from your power steering pump to your power steering box. You'll find it along there, and then that'll make it a lot easier. But in this case, this vehicle does not have one, so I'm going to show you how to do it this other way.
Before we get started, here's a clip showing the noise that the power steering was making that indicated there was air.
Bring it a little closer. You hear that? All right, this is your power steering fluid reservoir tank, so we're going to go ahead and take that off to check the levels. Open that, take a look. And you can see there, actually the levels are great. Very filled up to the top. Now, in the event that we needed to add some, you got to be very careful with power steering fluid. You want to add it in very small amounts so you do not overfill it. So I usually just do a little bit and then keep checking it. So we know that that's not the case, is low levels, so it's got to be air in here. What we're going to do is then leave this top off, set it off to the side, and then we're going to go ahead and start the car to let the air escape through that. All right, so we know that the fluid levels with the power steering fluid are good. Everything is full, so we know that it's not a low fluid level that's causing that. So we know that there's air in the line. We're getting that whining noise. We know that we don't have a bleeder valve on this vehicle, so we need to then, with the reservoir top removed, as we just took off, we're going to let the air escape through that. So to do that, I'm going to go ahead and start the vehicle. We're going to turn the wheel all the way to the right and then go all the way back to the left. And we're going to keep doing that until we get all the air to work its way out and work its way up and escape. And once that's done, then we'll check the power steering fluid levels, top it off as needed, and that should take care of our problem. So let's start the vehicle. Now I'm going to turn the wheel all the way to the right, all the way to the left. And then still hear a little bit of a whining noise as we're getting that air out of there. And a lot of times when you do hear that whining noise with your power steering, most of the time it's because of air in the lines, either because the fluid levels are too low or there's just air in there. Maybe if there was work done to it and air got in, so you need to get that out. All right, so I'm going to keep doing this, going back and forth. We're also going to be monitoring the reservoir tank to make sure that all the air bubbles are done surfacing before we finish. And then we'll take it for another spin and see if that noise is gone. So we'll be right back. All right, well, I just checked, and there's definitely a lot of little air bubbles coming up. So we know that it's working its way out. The steering is getting a lot more quiet, so that whining noise is slowly fading. So I'm going to continue to do this a little bit longer, and then we'll check until the bubbles are completely done coming up. And then I think that'll wrap this up. We'll take it for a drive, and I think that'll solve our problem. All right, it's been about 20 minutes. Looks like we got all the air out of it. I'm going to go ahead and check the levels on it, add any accordingly, and then I will take it for a drive. Everything sounds good. Nice and quiet on the steering. The air bubbles are out, and the noisy power steering has been taken care of. Well, that pretty much wraps up this video on how to get the air out of your power steering system without a bleeder valve. I hope this video was informative to you, and I hope it helped you out. Please send me any questions, any comments. I would love to hear from you. As always, I appreciate all the support out there. Please like this video and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you next time.